Monty Armstrong, Deputy Fire Chief with the Township of Langley Fire Department. This is our final inspection of our first of 2 heavy rescue trucks. We ordered this truck on the Spartan MetroStar chassis. This unit we've ordered special. It'll mostly run with 2 people, but we have seating for 6, 2 with SCBA and 2 jump seats. So this will help us out at crew change when we got to move extra people around. The Township of Langley is in British Columbia, Canada. We're about an hour east of the city of Vancouver in the metropolitan region. Our department is a composite department. We have 7 stations, 4 are composite and 3 are still paid call volunteer departments. We have a population of 120,000 people, and we're very densified in some areas, but over 60% of our region is still dedicated farmland, so we have a large rural compartment. We do a lot of large animal rescues, and this truck will help us carry the equipment we need for that. So one of the things we wanted with this truck is this outside EMS compartment. We got it on both sides. It does 2 things for us. It gives us lots of external storage, but inside it gives us places to mount equipment. We have our Cusmal air compressor and battery charger on one side, and we have a digital vehicle repeater on the other. So it makes for lots of great mounting areas inside the cab. More importantly, we'll carry medical equipment inside these cabinets, but we can also put all our turnout gear. So as we move towards keeping our cabs clean and our people safer, any dirty equipment or dirty turnout gear or personal protective equipment can be kept in these outside compartments. In this first compartment, as you can see, it goes right through both sides. We've got a tray that'll extend on either side of the vehicle 3/4 of the way out. This is new for us, a great way to utilize extra space. We've got a nice stainless steel flat workspace, so we could bring out a laptop if we were dealing with a large incident. We needed a writing space, but also too, we can store in small tools or other type of equipment that you don't necessarily need a whole box in, but you need an area to store stuff in the drawer here. We ordered 2 light towers on this vehicle. We operate on Highway 1, which is Trans-Canada Highway coming through the Lower Mainland. If we get up there for an accident, especially in the wintertime, in the late evening or early mornings, we'll be able to give lots of scene lighting out. We also got a winch. We've got 4 winch points, 1 on the front, 1 on the rear, and 1 on either side of the vehicle. So this will pull out and attach into any of the hitch receivers. So our second compartment here, one thing we really like with this truck is another standard pull-out tray on the bottom. The nice part about how these designed, the shocks help keep it in when it's closed, but when it's open, it keeps it open, so there isn't a lock in place, so it holds it steady where you need it. This other tray, the middle tray we have here, it's got 2 positions to pull out, so we can stack stuff at the back and we can still reach for it. Plus also the pre-made plastic bins. It's a great way for us to organize our tools. We also store here our anchor point here for a rope tie-off that just plugs into the receiver here on the side. This top shelf, what's nice, it comes out and lowers down. One thing, so we can reach things, lighter things here, like for example, life jackets, rope bags, low weight items, stuff that you're not going to worry come tumbling out of the shelf, but it's easy to get at. One thing we also ordered on this truck is a kneeling feature. It's an airbag suspension at the back, and I'll drop the rear suspension about 8 inches. So this will actually become quite a bit lower and easier to get in and out of the shelf. We split it up so we could have some pull-out tool trays, so a full-size pegboard, with the holes in place. So as we mount equipment in, we can, reconfigure, several times over the lifespan, mounting on both sides, plus some little trays for, smaller things like maybe an extra pair of gloves or a flashlight that just needs to sit in a tray. And then we got 2 on both, 2 of them. One's a little bit shorter, but the same thing. Holes pre-drilled, so this really makes it configurable to whatever we need now and in the future. In this compartment, all adjustable trays, these don't pull out, but 200-pound rated, so we can put whatever we want in here. Again, these plastic totes, this shelf doesn't pull out, but these totes, these will be great for cribbing and moving stuff that we want to store in here. So here at the back of the truck, starting with the outside, we've got a class 4 receiver that'll allow us to tow heavier trailers with a 1,000-pound ton rate. We also use that as an anchor point, and the winch can pop in here. We've got both styles of trailer hookups here. We got the commercial and the RV style. So if we had to move a generator, air compressor, communications trailer, whatever we needed to do, we could easily just throw in the receiver, and we have a trailer brake controller and lighting controller, so we'd be, you know, totally road legal to head down the road. On the back here as well, we're on the freeway quite a bit where we are, so doing the whole back end in the high vis yellow red was really important to us. Not only do cars catch it, you know, with their headlights, but in low light conditions, truck shows up quite a bit better than if it was just a red white, red black configuration. We put these steps in. The nice part about these is they're a step plus also a grab handle, but we got 4 or 5 steps here. That gets us up on the roof, so if we ever have to do any maintenance to the 2 light towers, we also have an air cylinder up there for running our low pressure airbags. We can easily climb up on the roof to get to that, and you can see we got a grab handle at the top. We have a backup camera as well, and the light just below the backup camera, that flashes blue. So this vehicle has a digital vehicle repeater system in there. So the idea is if we're running a digital vehicle or our digital repeater, units as they arrive on sign will know that their radios are going to associate with the truck, not necessarily the network. And so that's really important safety wise, so people know, you know, how their radios are working. So in the back here, we have all Hazmat rescue tools. This is a big change for us as well. We're upgrading our systems. Most of our stuff now is 20 and 30 years old, and we have 2 or 3 different manufacturers. So we've got a small pull-out tray here in the bottom, 400 pounds with, again, 2 boxes designed, you know, easily configurable, but for cribbing or whatever we want to put in here. At the back, power outlets for 120 volts. We can turn our scene lights off and on quite easily here. And in here we've got an electric Hazmat pump permanently mounted on a shelf up high. We won't necessarily have to get in there all the time. So, you know, for when we can, just plug into the truck, this is where the pump would be. And then on our slide out tray, on our slide out tray, we've got the gas powered Hazmat power unit that we can take, you know, if the truck can't get close enough, or if we want to go over an embankment or out in the field or wherever we needed to go. We've got the Hazmat hoses here. We've got the high tensile steel cutter here, that for especially with new cars coming out where they're using new stronger metals that we can cut through, and then a large set of cutters and a large set of spreaders, so that really, you know, lets us deal with anything. Like, this is the biggest we could get, so you know, we're set up well for any heavy objects or, you know, heavy steel, heavy metal that we got to pry or cut through. We also bought, new for us is the battery operated combi tool. You know, we're just trying it out. You know, this is new technology for us, so if this works well, we would probably go with these units on all our engines. Then the Heavy Rescue would come as backup with, you know, the bigger tools, the bigger pump and the hydraulics. So, if, you know, if we ever had a battery issue, needed more power, you know, this truck would have the bigger tools. Inside here in the compartment, we've got a power bar, and we can mount more battery chargers or whatever we want in this compartment here at the back. In this curbside or right near compartment, more toolbars again, tool boards, much like on the left side. They pull out, fully adjustable and configurable with whatever we want to put on here as time goes on. Here we got 2 adjustable shelves, but permanently mounted, and then a pull-out shelf again, like a 200-pound rated shelf for whatever we want to use. Here we have a large air cylinder in the roof, And the air wheel here will allow us to run our high pressure airbag system. So we can just pull this off to wherever our controllers are and run our airbags right off the truck. We can also, this is also a filling station here. So when we get back to the truck, we just plug into our air compressor and recharge the cylinder. So we're ready to go. I think it's a 500 cubic foot size cylinder, so we should have, you know, lots of air capacity for lots of lifts. So we're pretty well set up. Plus we could always run off of SCBA cylinders if we needed. Just over the right wheel wells, we went with 2 more SCBA storage compartments, as well as the winch receiver or anchor point on the right side. We run the Niederman system in our hull, so we had the puck pre-installed made up with the exhaust manifold. This compartment's wide open for storage. We'll probably put like traffic cones in this compartment and 2 adjustable permanently mounted shelves here for whatever we decide to put in here when we get the truck back home. So in this compartment we got our airbag module and our SCBA storage. So that's from here up. So we can have 12 SCBA cylinders in here, and all our Hamatro airbags are stored in these compartments here. So right down to small sizes like this one here, which is a 6-ton, and then up on the top shelf up here we got a 64-ton airbag for heavy lifting that we can install there. Again, lots of air cylinder storage, so if we're supporting a major fire incident, we bring a lot of bottles with us. Another pull-out tray. Right now, this is just where we have our Hamatro controls for our high-pressure airbag system, would be in here. So this is the right side of the transverse compartment. Again, the tray goes out either side, 3/4 width each side. This is a 1,000-pound tray. In the center, if you can see it, is our 2 200-foot electrical cord wheels and our junction box here for power distribution. Again, this area is wide open, so we got lots of space to configure, daily or weekly or whatever our needs are. This is replacing a truck that's about a walk-in rescue that's about 25 years old, and it does nowhere near the storage space, so this will be quite a bit more.